Infidelity is one of the most painful betrayals in a relationship. When you discover or suspect that your partner has engaged in an extramarital affair, your world can feel like it's crashing down. Emotions run high, rage, confusion, heartbreak, and self-doubt often consume you. But if you want to handle the situation with clarity and strength, you need a plan, not a reaction. What follows is a grounded, assertive, and powerful 5-point strategy that empowers you to deal with infidelity with clarity and control. Now, this isn't about revenge. It's not about begging for love either. It's about standing in your power, assessing the truth, and deciding what kind of relationship you are willing to tolerate. Now, let's dig deep. Number one, face the truth without flinching. The first step is handling an affair is brutal honesty with yourself, not denial, not avoidance. You must face the truth squarely. You find text messages between your spouse and someone else. Now, instead of pretending it's nothing or making excuses like maybe it's just a friend, you sit down with the evidence and acknowledge what it really is. Emotional or physical is a breach of trust. Now, I want you to not sweep it under the rug. Don't gaslight yourself. Acknowledge what happened. Say to yourself, this is a betrayal. I didn't deserve this, and now I need to understand how I want to deal with it. You cannot change what you don't confront. It's not weakness to accept reality. It's strength. The sooner you look at the situation for what it is, the sooner you will regain your power. Number two, gather facts, not drama. Gather facts. Your first emotional response might be rage or sadness, but don't let that drive your actions. Before you confront your partner, you need facts, not assumptions. Emotion without information leads to chaos. Be surgical, be calm, be intentional. Now, instead of yelling accusations like, you are cheating on me, you're cheating on me, you gather proof, the late night messages, the unaccounted time, changes in behavior. Then instead of emotional explosion, you say, I noticed these messages and these changes. Let's have a serious conversation about this. You talk about it. Don't come from a place of neediness. You're not asking your partner for your worth. You are investigating with calm authority. Your tone is, I know something is off. That's how you should say it. I respect myself too much to ignore it. Now, avoid involving outsiders unless absolutely necessary. Keep your power contained. Don't post online or call 5 friends to rant. Strategic people move in silence until it's time to speak. 3. Establish emotional boundaries immediately. Once infidelity is confirmed or strongly suspected, you must protect yourself emotionally. That means stepping back, not clinging. It may seem counterintuitive, but proximity in this phase can do more damage than distance. Your spouse wants to act like everything's normal, like everything is normal after you've confronted them. They say, let's not make a big deal out of it. You don't comply. Instead, you say, I am not okay, I need space. This situation is not normal, and pretending it is will not help either of us. Now, I want you to set boundaries. Don't sleep in the same bed. Don't continue with regular couple routines. You are not punishing them. You are protecting your mental state. Let them feel the discomfort. If they don't feel the consequences of their actions, they will never reflect on them. Your job is not to make them feel better. Your job is to rebuild your own clarity and power. Now, number 4 is decide the outcome based on actions, not apologies. Decide the outcome based on actions, not apologies. Many people fall into the trap of accepting apologies instead of watching behavior. Words are cheap. Anyone can say, I'm sorry. What matters is what they do next. Now, after being caught, your spouse promises to cut ties with the affair partner. You don't take that at face value. You look for real change. Do they stop being secretive? Are they transparent with their schedule? Do they take responsibility without being defensive? Say clearly, if you want to rebuild this relationship, I need to see consistency. Let them know. You need to see transparency and effort. Otherwise, this conversation is over. You understand? So don't be swayed by emotions. Love is not enough to sustain a relationship where trust is dead. Your standards should be clear. Either they rise to the occasion or you rise above the situation. You are not begging for loyalty. You are setting the terms for whether they are worthy of your time going forward. Now, number 5 is rebuild or walk away with confidence. Either way, it's either you rebuild or you walk away. Now, after setting boundaries and observing their behavior, you have 2 choices: rebuild the relationship or walk away. Now, neither part is easy. It requires strength, but the key is to make the decision from a place of power, not pain. After weeks of watching their actions, you determine they are genuinely trying. You may decide to stay, but with new terms, therapy, transparency, and accountability. Or you may see they are playing games and decide to walk away. Whichever choice you make, own it. If you leave, you are not running. You are leveling up. If you stay, it's not because you are weak. It's because there is true potential for repair. But in either case, you are the one in control. I want you to know that. You say, I have made my decision. I am at peace with it. I won't accept anything less than the respect I deserve. Let go of the fear of being alone. Let it go. Real confidence means knowing that you don't need anyone who doesn't value you. Whether single or rebuilding, you win by honoring yourself. Handling extramarital affairs requires more than tears and confrontation. It demands strategy, emotional intelligence, and high standards. You cannot stop someone from cheating, but you can absolutely control how you respond. By facing the truth, gathering facts, setting boundaries, watching actions over words, and making a confident final decision, you regain control of your life. You move from victim to leader of your emotional world. Affairs are painful, but they are also powerful turning points. You will either discover a partner willing to fight for the relationship, or you will finally see the person who was never truly invested. Either way, you win. Never beg for loyalty. Never apologize for having standards. And never ever lower your value because someone failed to recognize it. Now, I want you to remember this. Respect is not requested, it's required. If they can't give it, walk away with your head high. You don't need to chase love. You only need to choose yourself. See you next time, and stay tuned for more videos.